A good evening, our dear listener. Welcome to Explore Online Radio, the home of reliable and authentic news. Today is the 17th of May, 2023, and bring you the 9 p.m. news is Murunji Sheila. First, the headlines. President Museveni warns legislators against misinforming Ugandans about government initiatives. Former State Minister for Public Service, Patrick Okumu, has passed on. And Inspector General of Government arrests 2 district officials for abuse of office. Here is the news in details. President Museveni has warned legislators who misinform Ugandans about government initiatives to poverty alleviation programs. According to his letter to the Prime Minister, Honorable Robin Anabanja, President Museveni has asked her to ensure that the 2 members of Parliament, Honorable Mwanga Chivumbi of Butambala and Honorable Lutama Aguzi Semakula, are arrested in case they continue to castigate government programs on air. He insisted that those legislators who keep poisoning the masses with discouraging messages about the PDM program deserve to be in Luzira prison. And on a sad note, the former State Minister for Public Service and a business philanthropist, Patrick Aloysius Okumu, passed on this morning. Family sources confirmed that Okumu Ringa, who also served as a member of Parliament for Pajeri County from 2001 to 2006, died after a long illness. He got a stroke about 4 years ago and has been living at his home in Naguru, where he passed on this Wednesday morning. The Minister for Northern Uganda, Grace Chiuchini, confirmed Ringa's passing, adding that arrangements for his funeral were underway. Moving on, the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, Norbert Mao, has re-echoed the need for an all-inclusive national dialogue. According to Mao, the country is in a crisis and therefore an honest conversation between different stakeholders is needed, including elders, religious leaders, youth, among others. Issues to do with the increasing gun violence and power transition can only be discussed on a round table, he said. He proposed that the dialogue discusses issues affecting both Ugandans from the smallest unit of a family. A security guard this morning was shot dead by his colleague in Toro district. The deceased was identified as Okudi John. Okedi Moses shot dead his fellow worker, John Okudi, at the Toro Cement Company. Both Moses and John were security guards at Saracen Uganda Limited, a private security firm in Toro district. According to reports, the two had been serving together until they got into a fight where Okedi killed Okudi. The culprit, Moses Okedi, was arrested by police and is currently under detention. The police officer who allegedly killed an Indian national, Uttam Badari, at Raja Chambers on Parliamentary Avenue in Kampala, has been charged with murder and remanded to Luzira prison. Ivan Wabire, a police officer attached to Central Police Station in Kampala, was charged with murder before Buganda Road Court, presided over by the Chief Magistrate, Sarah Tosime. The 2023 Global Impact Challenge on Skilling is ongoing in the country at St. Joseph Vocational Training Institution in Kamuli District, in which Uganda is participating in skills auditing and capacity building of competencies with the rest of the world. According to Grace Lang, the Senior Manager for Partnerships at World Skills International, special attention is put on Uganda's young population, which needs world-class skilling. The conference is also conducting a capacity building where a number of experts with international certifications are educating young people in trades like electrical work, plumbing, carpentry, joinery, among others, to the highest standards currently accepted around the world. According to Uganda's Business, Technical and Vocational Education Training Strategic Plan 2011-2022, it denotes a paradigm shift for skills development in the country. 2 senior officials from Sorority District have been arrested by the Inspector General of Government. The District Education Officer, James Oyede, and Alex Oriokot, the District Engineer, were arrested on allegation of abuse of office and corruption. Deputy IGG, Ms. Anne Twinomgisha, explained that the engineer never followed the laws while procuring the constructor, while the district education officer diverted 18 million shillings meant for tanks construction. Dorothy Kisaka, the Executive Director for KCCA, today has announced a partnership with Absa Bank Uganda for environmental sustainability in Kampala and other cities around the nation. The initiative will last for 3 years as part of the new strategy to plant more than 1 million trees to create a forest in Kampala City. According to Helen Nangozi, the Director of Customer Experience at Absa Bank Uganda, the project aims to plant native fruit-bearing trees in schools as part of the effort to protect the environment and to teach young people and women financial literacy. And across borders, authorities in Lesotho have declared an indefinite curfew in the hope that curtailing the movement of people at night will curb gun violence in the small southern African kingdom. The curfew, which came into force on Tuesday, comes just days after a prominent radio journalist was shot dead in a killing that shocked the nation. The Committee to Protect Journalists said journalist Raliconello Jockey, host of a current affairs show on a local private radio, was shot once in the head and at least 13 times in the body by unknown assailants. Residents have been banned from being outside between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m., according to the document signed by the Police Commissioner, Holomo Molibeli. The curfew will remain in place until further notice, Molibeli said. Those failing to comply will face a fine for up to 2 years in jail. And in our last story, a Chinese fishing boat sank in the Indian Ocean with all 39 of its Chinese international crew missing, according to state media. The incident happened in the early hours of Tuesday morning. The crew includes 17 people from China, 17 from Indonesia, and 5 from the Philippines, the report said. China has deployed 2 commercial vessels to help in the regional search and rescue operation. It is necessary to further strengthen the safety management of fishing vessels at sea and implement preventative measures to ensure the safety of maritime transportation, the Prime Minister Li Qiang was quoted as saying. This brings us to the end of the 9 p.m. news. Thank you for listening in to Explorer Online Radio. Have a blessed evening.